Hello and welcome to another video where we predict the Premier League results. Week 11 is ready to go, but beforehand we've got to go through week 10, see how we did last week. I'm here with the boys, Darren and Chris.
Good
Evening.
evening.
How are you both?
Good, sir. How are
Tired.
you?
Good, mate, good. Cool. Okay, well, let's try and make it a quicker video, shall we, for once? And
Let's
then,
go.
of our two promises of making videos quicker and getting them out earlier, let's try and nail one of them this week and
Let's
maybe one of
go.
them next week. Right,
We can try.
let's get the results up on my phone. That's what the production's like here. Brighton versus Leeds. Oh, that was a comfortable Brighton win.
Let's go.
Is that yours?
Off to a banger.
Yeah. Wasn't even close.
Wasn't even a sniff. I had DCL hat trick. I might start. Should have had a bet with you guys at the start of the season.
Look, one day Darren and I are going to be right, and you'll look a fool.
Okay.
Burnley versus Arsenal. No surprises here.
Easy.
Palace Brentford probably didn't go as we expected, really, in that it was probably not as close as we thought it might be.
Yeah.
Actually, just looking at the stats, Brentford had 64% of the ball.
It went the way Palace would have liked. They like playing counter attacking. So
Brentford will be fuming at that one then. Right, Fulham Wolves, the infamous and ever out of reach Wolves win, still didn't happen. It was a comfortable
how
win,
would you say?
and Wolves even went down to 10.
Mhm.
Not not a good one. Oh, and they were down to 10 from the 36th minute. Yeah,
That they were, mate.
that's always going to be a rough one.
Oh, you forgot to colour Palace in.
I did. At that point, look, all of us had one each. Let's go. Forest Man United, the draw. Who'd have thought it? Chris would
Let's
have
go.
Oh
I
yeah,
got one of them.
yeah, but you picked last
You
here,
get to
so you
choose.
inherited that.
Let's go. Thanks,
Oh,
boys.
it's outrageous. Spurs Chelsea, dreadful game, or dreadful Spurs, I should say. And Chris gets another one. Of course he does. I think that's what
I
it is.
told you both about
Chris
this
is
one.
boring and
Chelsea
goes for the
always
obvious ones.
beat Spurs.
Yeah, but it was
It's
such a
natural.
bad
It's
game.
like natural selection.
Do you think it would have been as obvious if the injury didn't happen? Spurs playing
Yeah, I
injury,
think it
didn't
would
he?
have. I don't think it would have
Because
changed
it was a
massively.
bit better until then, and then it was awful, right? Bergval.
I mean, Xavi Simmons for Bergvall is massive difference.
That's Chris is on one.
It
Look, he's done
keeps
4 in a row.
You give me a bad week, mate, I will come back absolutely slaying.
If you were growing your hair till you got 5 in a row, it might not be lasting
Oh,
very long. So
Because
West
you got the
Ham,
lucky result.
Newcastle, and it's no way.
He inherited that again.
I did. That was my last pick.
Yeah, let's be fair. This isn't the one that he would have. There's
No,
no way you're
100%.
picking this.
I
in
would have.
that.
I told you I would have gone for the tune on that one.
We should
Right.
get to choose what order we pick
For
games in.
fuck's
Oh, I'm
sake.
just gonna put my face. You talked yourself out of this one.
I wanted to take a risk. I thought Bournemouth stood a chance, and if they
They did for
played,
spells, but
well, it
if
was
you're going to
just
leave
that,
that much space in behind to
yeah,
Haaland, I'm
and it
sorry,
wasn't
but
even like playing a high line. It was that their last defender was at the halfway line, but the other defenders were 10 yards into the City half. Why?
they
What?
gave
Just
it a go, didn't they? That's all you can say.
a high line's fine if it's a bloody line, not
I'm
one
pretty
solo
sure
centre back.
I might have got this one.
This is a
I
draw.
can't.
I'm be fuming if this is Chris. Fuck off. There's just
Ridiculous.
right. We're gonna
I'm
call the
gonna,
season here, boys. Right.
boys,
Congratulations to
you know,
Chris. We'll see you week
I
one
even
of the
tell you this week, I had a
26-27.
little bet this week because I thought to myself, you know what, I fancy having a little bet this week, and I had Forest Man United draw. I had you boys winning. I had
Well, that would have got you some
Fulham
great
winning,
odds.
and I had Chelsea winning, and I was like sitting back, and I was like, oh, what a weekend.
That's just outrageous that you've just done 7 in a row. And me and Darren got 1 each.
Ah,
The
take
luck of
that.
going first.
That is ridiculous. Let's
Oh,
quickly move on
Well played.
to this.
That's one for the ages. That is.
Could you imagine if you put one of those accumulators
Do
on
we?
where,
Oh,
like,
mate, that would
you
have been
don't have to get all of
disgusting.
them, but it would be like, you know, I can't remember what it's called, but there's about 50 bets in it because it's like every
Oh,
double, every
A
you're
lucky
treble.
talking like a
63 or
lucky.
something.
You're talking like
Yeah.
a lucky 15 or doubles and trebles
And
and all
you've got to
that.
put
Yeah,
like
yeah.
10p on per bet because
Oh,
there's
mate, that
50
would have been
bets. You would have got
ridiculous.
insane money back for that.
What
Right.
on that? That yeah, would have been thousands. The wheel. Let's go
Who's
for another
going
week.
first? Darren probably doesn't want that this week. And he's not going to get it.
It's you.
Me first. Followed by Christopher. So Dad has gone from first, hating it. So the wheel's gone. You can go last.
Yeah.
Right. Oh. Technical malfunction. If only someone knew how to use a computer. Right. Here we go then. So what a start to the week. 12:30 kickoff. Spurs, Man
Yeah.
United. Ah, Spurs can't be as bad as they were. But Man United were bad as well. This is 2 teams that played poorly at the weekend. What did
I
Spurs do
argue Man
midweek?
United played pretty much.
They won, didn't they?
Spurs
4-0.
won convincingly against Copenhagen.
Oh, of course they did. Was
The
it
finesse
4-0 or
header.
something? Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm going to go home win. I think.
You think they're gonna have enough legs in them for that early
Yeah.
kickoff?
Again, it's some maybe blind faith in Thomas Frank. Still a big
Mickey
fan.
van der Ven
I think
absolutely going to run half a length again.
90 yards again. I just think that Man United they've had sort of their purple patch, and maybe reality is going to hit in a bit more now. Hey, if they can maintain that form, 3 wins and a draw in 4, brilliant. Now we're fighting for a Champions League place, and maybe that's for the health of the Premier League. Maybe that's a great thing, but I just don't see it. I just don't see it. So yeah, Spurs win. Done. Christopher.
Yeah, I think I probably would have gone down the same route. To be fair, mate. Thomas Frank seems to have the know-how of how to beat Amarin, so I'll take the draw.
Do you know what I think Spurs are missing, which is a bit nuts when you consider their options? They're missing a goal scorer.
Of course they are.
You know, Richarlison isn't a goal scorer.
Nope.
Solanke is just constantly injured. They don't have Son that they can put there now. They don't have Kane. Cheeky Ivan Toney bid in January. Thomas Frank
Eventually,
knows him.
they got more money as well, but he's
Actually, that's
never
not bad. He doesn't look bad, actually. I forgot
he's
about
never
Kane.
turned up trees anywhere, really, has it? So
He hasn't. Darren, you get the away win, mate. Thoughts?
I would have gone for Spurs, so I'm far from happy on this.
Spurs for that dream. What's the win conditions though here, Daz? Sell me the Man United story. Can they do it, and how are they going to do it?
No, they can't do it.
And that's how we're going to make these videos quicker.
They just can't.
they can.
No,
They have to have one of those games.
Is this a question of
The thing for me is Spurs played midweek.
which is fair. I'm wondering if this is more of a case of because both teams seem to be playing hot and cold. Whoever plays cold on this day will lose, and whoever plays hot this day will win. It's not going to necessarily be a form book. It's not going to be the better team wins. It's just going to be on the day one of them plays poorly.
Less rubbish than the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And hey, remember, boys, this is the Europa League final rematch. We all remember how brilliant and amazing that game was. Right, Everton versus Fulham then. Chris, you're up first. This isn't screaming, oh my god, what a game, is it?
Not essentially, no. Everton have sort of felt it out a little bit from the
The fans aren't
big
happy, are
start they
they?
had.
There seems to be a few Moyes out
Yeah,
noises.
it's just crazy to me that the hate that Moyes gets is far beyond what he did for the club before and again and at West Ham
And a draw against, I know they went into the lead, but it's Sunderland aren't exactly a bad team. But again, if we look
no,
at the form book, we look at the table, you go, oh, we got a draw against a top four team. You'll go, yeah, fair.
yeah, happy days.
You take it all day long.
Fulham away from home are dire at the moment, so I'm going to have to take the Everton win.
Locked in. Darren, where would you like to go?
I would like to go for a draw, please.
Is this going to be the same across them? Home win first, draw second, away win last.
To be fair, there's a lot of games this week that look very nil-nilly.
I think I think I
Go
saw a
either
Premier
way,
League
yeah.
tweet earlier, which sort of showed that this weekend there's a lot of teams that are playing teams in and around them, so it's a very balanced draw.
It does. There's one game, or a couple of games you could argue, but that's about it.
Daz, anything to say on the draw, mate?
No, I don't think it's going to be a very exciting game, so I reckon it's going to be like a 1-1 game.
Is it one of them games you're sort of happy it's a 3 o'clock kickoff?
Yes.
Oh,
No
100%.
no one's watching that.
Yeah.
Nigel Farage is in the stand
Everton
going,
Fulham.
boring.
I'll go for the away win. I'm not mad at that. I think Everton have got the better chance. Similarly to
He's struggling on this one.
yeah, well, Fulham just struggled to score goals. I know they scored 3, but it was against Wolves. Like,
Yeah,
sorry,
we
Wolves.
could
It's
score 3
against
against
Wolves.
Wolves.
Yeah, it's against 10-man Wolves as well. That's and what is it? Was that managerless Wolves or was that
Did Wolves get someone sent off? So did Fulham someone gets?
Wolves had someone sent off in the 30-odd minute? So they played nearly an hour with 10 men. Like, of course you're
Stunning.
gonna win. So yeah, I'm not too unhappy. Do I think they will win? Honestly, I don't know. I think you could flip a 3-sided coin for this one.
Legit.
That's the only way you'd fight. Like that, I would be equally confident flipping a coin, a 3-sided coin, as I am falling onto an away win. Sorry, guys. Right, moving on to other games that we're glad are on at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. West Ham versus Burnley, the Scott Parker reunion. Darren, you're up first.
I am going to continue the pattern, so I'm going to go for a home win.
You're going
And
home win.
It's definitely the
And
safer bet this week to go for
they
the
got a
home
good
win.
result last week.
I think that's an understatement, mate. They got a great result last week. And you got to remember that they were the ones that nearly scored before Newcastle did. Bowen hit the post with a belter.
And none of us saw that coming last week when we
No.
Well, apparently Chris did.
I did, but it just comes down to actual ability of being able to predict games. So,
Still a long way to go.
Right.
There is, mate. There
Always
is.
further behind.
I don't want to go draw, but I've just got to have it. There's just I can't go. Honestly, if you said name me a game that's going to be 0-0 in a 3-month window, this is probably the one I would pick. Neither team can score, but neither team can like clean sheet either.
I'd argue Burnley are probably better at the back than West Ham.
Well, last
Probably
year
more
they
defensively.
were, but they've lost their biggest asset in the Newcastle
James
bench
Trafford.
warmer. No, not Newcastle. He should have gone to Newcastle. It's a Man City.
Man City.
I am going to continue this
right.
trend. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to go for the draw. I think it's going to be arguably the worst game of the weekend.
Well, we might as well keep that pattern going. I'll take the Burnley win.
And my new manager,
Scott Parker.
I found out today. So he started on Monday. We've been chatting. West Ham fan, season ticket holder, goes to every home game. Yeah, so that's quite cool. So he'll be here. So Sorry if you're watching this, but also called Darren. I don't see it happening, but I hope I'm wrong.
Stunning.
Darren, Chris, you get the away win.
Scott Parker to absolutely do his old team over.
Run
Here we
rings
go.
around him.
Yeah, by
Not the
default.
Clarets. Oh, who's the politician that loves Burnley? I forgot his name. Does podcasts and everything now.
Oh,
Rides a
Rory
bike.
Stewart
No.
rides a bike. Alistair Campbell.
Yes.
The other guy.
Love the
I got the right
Campbell.
podcast. I just got the wrong host.
Yeah, you got the wrong one.
Is
Yeah.
it the rest is politics?
The rest is politics. It is.
Right. Well, good luck picking. Oh, I wish both were wearing their home shirts. That would be great. Sunderland versus Arsenal. Now this one is there's literally only 2 3 o'clock kickoffs. That is marvellous work by the Premier League. Well done.
Well done, gents. Oh, well done.
Half five. Sunderland Arsenal. Now on paper, this is what, first against fourth.
Yes.
The form table says this is going to be a belter. On paper, this should be a stomping from Arsenal. Like, they're going to get so many corners and free kicks. But if we take out the jokes, what, Gyökeres is injured.
Yeah, apparently potential hamstring.
They had a big game midweek, which
No
they
Jesus.
won. So they go Marino up front again, I guess.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Which-
They've got no one else.
Can Martinelli maybe play up there?
He's injured.
Brilliant. The answer I should go for here is an away win, but heart or head, do I go draw? Can Sunderland hold out defensively because they're going to get battered? It's at the Stadium of Light.
It's going to be ruckus under the lights.
I've got to go away win. I'm sorry. I want to be wrong, and I'm so tempted to. I can't now. But the draw was very. I wasn't going to go Sunderland. The draw was where I really wanted to go for, but I've got to be sensible.
You've missed a trick here, mate. Sunderland for the win.
You're going
Granit
Sunderland.
Xhaka. Granit Xhaka. Absolute masterclass against his old team. Just absolute screamer. 30 yards. Show him how to score from out open play. Yes.
Mate, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'll happily give you this point now to guarantee it.
You could have double points for this.
I did that last week.
And I think there's a lot of talk about Arsenal at the minute, and rightfully so. They deserve it. They're playing really well.
They're playing well.
Four games out of 4 in the Champions League. They're top of the Premier League. They've lost once, and even that loss was to a ridiculous wonder goal that was, a 1 in 100 shot.
The old Schlobberslide belter. I forgot about that.
Okay, there's jokes about the set pieces, fine, and that whilst that is true,
It was.
you can't score it. It's so hard to score against them. So it almost doesn't matter how they score their goals. If you can't score, or you can't even get a shot off, you're never going to beat them. And so, are they going to maintain that form? Or are they going to have a moment like Liverpool have had their moment? Hopefully, that's all done. Man City had their 11-game streak last season. All teams seem to have their moments. Is this the start for Arsenal? And I think Sunderland could surprise some people. Darren, you get the draw. I guess you're not particularly bothered. You're kind of happy because you want it to come in, but
yeah, I'll take a draw. Sunderland can defend, not give away any corners, and still be right.
It's almost what you've got to do now, isn't it? And again, it sounds like it's a joke. It's not. I remember the Rory Delap days when Stoke got promoted. Teams would rather give a corner than a throw-in because of how dangerous the throw-in was. Is that almost the opposite here? Are you wanted to kick it out for a throw-in because that's less dangerous than
kick it out for a corner? You mean?
No, here corners are dangerous. So this is the opposite of what you did for Stoke. This time you want to give them the throw-in.
Football's done a full circle again. The whole. Well, I can't wait for next season. 4-4-2 is going to be back in.
Proper Brexit football, as it's called. Crouch and bloody Defoe up front.
You know what I mean? Those were the days, mate.
Haaland and Xavi Simons are the modern equivalent of that. Right. let's move on. Chelsea Wolves. Chris, you're up first. This game. Is this the
It
easiest game
should
to call
it
of the
should
week?
be an easy. You'd think it'd be an easy when Chelsea struggled midweek, but they picked their D team, I think. So I think with a few players back and everything else, they should easily turn Wolves over. So we have to go for a Chelsea home win.
I think this is the easiest one to call of the
The
week.
easiest one to
Yes,
call.
Like,
this
it's.
and potentially another one.
I'm not sure I see another one, so that's interesting. We can talk about that. Yeah, it's just 8 o'clock kickoff. Fine, whatever. Daz, are you?
Draw. It's the next best option.
We're so boring.
You're having
Whoever
the week
takes
higher
the
the
other
other
one,
week.
we're just going. Yeah, we'll take the draw then.
We'll take the draw. We can't have the one we want, so
Isn't it wild that these games are meant to not this one, but most of these have been close. But yet there's always been that one game that's picked first, which everyone probably would have gone for, and then we go for the draw. So are they that close? um, yeah, I've been gifted the away win. I don't think there's much to say, guys. It's
You take
it's
it.
unlikely. It's still managerless. New manager? No, is it the no manager bounce? It's
Um,
it's
I
just
don't. Who's in charge of them?
I think it's the assistant, isn't it? It's let's move on. Let's
Can't
go
remember.
to Sunday's games.
Let's go.
let's
So
go.
Villa Bournemouth. Darren, you're up first. This feels like a very difficult game to call.
I've been given
Bournemouth,
the rubbish ones I have.
great so far. Villa, obviously,
Bournemouth,
great run of form. And let's be honest, even in the Villa loss last weekend to Liverpool, they had their moments, they had their chances, and probably up until the first Liverpool goal, it was really even and could have gone either way.
Just looks pretty decent.
That McBusted was awesome, by the way.
I'm gonna go for Villa. Yes.
Okay, because
Just
is it
walking.
pro Villa or is that you a bit down on Bournemouth?
Oh no, I just couldn't decide, so I just went for a home win.
This is great logic.
It could go either way. It's
McGinn's just signed his new deal, hasn't he?
yes. Ah, yeah.
I
Both
mean,
are fantastic players
you've
that
got
could
Villa
do
now anyway.
something. Yeah, Villa stuck with them, locked in.
I'm going to go for an away win. I'm going to break the curse of picking draw next. And, well, not necessarily the curse, but the habit. I'm going to
As is on
wait.
for a draws week.
I would have picked Bournemouth for this one, I think, because I just think there's more about them. Villa had Europe and it's tonight.
Yep.
So they've got less of a breather. I think Bournemouth. I think the 3-1 Bournemouth scoreline for City is a bit flattering. It's not to say that City didn't deserve it, but I'm not sure there was a 2-goal deficit between them. It was Bournemouth. Their defensive line, as we discussed earlier, was mental, and had they just been slightly less naive, be it the manager or the new defenders, they genuinely
Yeah,
could have got
it's one of
something
those,
out of
isn't
that
it?
game.
They were feeling good. They
Yeah,
have been good, and they
and
just got shown up by the better team on the
they
day.
had chances. They just gave the most clinical man in the Premier League too many chances. Like you can't let him run on. He had 3 chances, one on one with the keeper. Mental. And when we say that, it's not like, oh, he got the ball on the edge of the area. He ran the entire length of the half. They like you can't comprehend it. But anyway, Chris, you get the draw. Thoughts?
Let draw for this one.
Yeah.
I think it's like we're saying at the start that this is one of those games either team could cancel each other out. Villa are playing well. Bournemouth need a bounce back. It does have feelings of a belter. It does have feelings of a 1 or maybe 2-2. So
Nice.
I will take the draw, my friend.
Brentford versus Newcastle. Now you got Newcastle's Champions League exploits to consider here. Brentford having a full week off. Newcastle, both off the back of poor games. I worry that Newcastle are being impacted by Europe because if we look, Elanga's not done much. Gordon's not done anything in the Premier League. I mean, Elanga won't even start. Voltemade's class. Their midfield is still class. I'm gonna go for a Newcastle win, but again, a draw was looking quite the pick here. Chris, what would you like, mate?
I like to pick the tune. I got forced against them last week to my benefit.
Do you want Darren to pick first then, and then you can just inherit whatever?
Oh,
How did
can
you do on the
Brentford
bench?
bounce back?
Oh no, you picked second for Brentford last week.
I'm going to take Brentford just on the back that Newcastle have had a Champions League game and they played well. They've got 2-0 victory for them. Amazing header. I think they're just struggling to find that motivation towards the lower games at the minute. And Dan Burn said that this week in his interviews that they get the highs of the Champions League, but they need to kind of transfer that into their league form.
Yep.
I think travelling away to a Brentford team that are doing really well under Keith Andrews could be a tough task.
I think the best thing we can say about Brentford is that they're so much more organised than perhaps we were expecting. So yeah,
Yes.
kudos to Keith Andrews, as you said. Darren, you get a draw, mate.
Yeah, I'm
Happy?
not mad. Happy. I would have
I
gone
am an
for a draw.
away team merchant here. Just looking at this.
You are?
Yikes.
Draws, eh? Or having loads of draws. I
Right.
probably took a draw on this, to be fair. Yeah, happy.
Palace
Good.
versus Brighton.
It's a
Another
derby
game.
match, this is.
I don't know.
Ooh.
Believe
It
it's
is,
the
but it's just
M23
not.
derby.
Yeah, there's a road that connects them. Brilliant. In the same way that the A1 connects Liverpool and bloody Sunderland or Newcastle. Like it's just not. Peterborough, sorry.
Well, yeah,
Anyway,
that I was about to say that's off, but yeah,
you know what I mean. Right.
derby game, Palace
Palace versus
Brighton.
Brighton. Chris, you're up first.
I'm going to take a. This game usually ends in a draw.
And it's just I hate calling it a derby. It's a derby in the loosest sense.
I'm taking the draw on this one. I think from past memory, without looking up, I think this ends in a draw a lot of times. It could go any way, to be fair.
The head-to-head in the last 17-23 is
Yeah.
9 draws, 8
Yeah.
Palace wins and 6 Brighton wins.
So I'm slightly right in what I say.
You are, but I think what's important to call out here, so data's data and the data's great, but them draws, Palace have got 8 wins. These 8 wins could have been 20 years ago.
Yes.
Like it doesn't say what your recent. You can look at the recent history, but the last draw was 2023. So the 3 games since then have
I was
had a
told
winner.
to pick Palace just because they're at home, and I think Brighton struggle a bit more away from home than they have done previously. So, but no, I'll stick with that. I'm happy with that. We've got to go with that now, so we'll roll with it.
You have Darren. Where would you like to put your money?
I'd like to go to Palace, please. I feel like they're just going to have a little bit more than Brighton.
Bloody away win again.
And then you get another away win.
I think
That's the only reason he's done that, and I love it so much.
I think I would have
No,
gone
I'm taking
Palace.
It's because he's going to get an away win anyway. He's going to go away for the last one anyway, so it's fine.
Well, maybe. I think I would have gone Palace on this one, but only because it fits their style. Brighton like to play football. They like to keep the ball. They like possession. They like to
And
wear
it's like the
teams down.
counter. You're not wrong.
Palace like to sit back, absorb pressure, and counter. It's almost perfect for Palace, but I do think Brighton can win this game. I think Danny Welbeck's doing well. Cooper Minter's doing well. Baleba, perhaps not so much. He probably is the if he can get going, I think they could do all right. I don't know what I can't remember what Brighton did last week. What did they? Oh, they beat Leeds. They smashed Leeds.
Smash Leeds.
So yeah, they can do it. They've got some really good players, and they've got who is that? Gutter, him. He's good as well. He had a special card last year on FIFA. That's what I remember. It used to drive
Yes.
me nuts. Right, Forest versus Leeds. Darren, you're up first. This game is probably not going to be the one I'm watching at 2 o'clock.
No, me either. I am gonna DCL hat trick is incoming.
There's no way.
It's gonna be a DCL hat trick, but Forest
Sean
are gonna win
Dyche,
4-3.
fair. Sean Dyche said he's 3 weeks now, isn't he? 2 weeks, 2 full weeks.
2 full weeks. Yeah.
So
I'm
you're
gonna
going
go for Forest.
Forest.
I hope they don't win because I don't like their club, but
Uh,
just leave. It's just
Appreciate
yeah.
yeah, you never want to go. What are Leeds gonna do? Is Daniel Farker still in charge? I can't remember. Or has he been sacked?
Yes.
He is still in charge. Sean Dyche, what are you gonna? Oh, it's just the anti-football in this game. I'll take the draw.
Anti-football.
I'm
I
taking the
don't
draw. It's not
want.
an away win.
I just no. You just don't put my name on this one. I'm
Hey,
skipping
you
this.
sit this one out. Me and Darren,
I mean,
we get
I'd
a point
love
if it's an
Leeds
away
to win, but they just won't. They're terrible away.
But
True story.
the table, they're all right. Why are they in the table? 16th.
Mid to bottom, something like that. But they're just terrible away from home. They won one game away against Wolves, and they've lost
Yeah,
every single one of the other ones.
fair. But you are getting it. So right. Arguably, game. Well, it's not arguably. On paper, this is the game of the weekend. It could end up being a boring game because sometimes when these teams get together, they go for that. Well, I don't want to lose, and I don't want to lose, so we'll just sort
Haaland and
of
Foden doing bits.
play it out. But yeah, I agree. XTK and Verts doing bits. It's got
Who?
Verts and XTK.
Yeah, the first one. I'd
Florian
question.
Verts, I think you'll find he's a
Oh,
very
that
good
player
player.
you just pay his wages for just to spin around on the football pitch. It's basically
Whoa,
like a
whoa,
posh
whoa.
Anthony.
You need to put some respect on that guy's name.
I will do when he starts playing football.
You need to watch the games too. I'm not getting into it. Right. I think look, right, I'm a little bit nostalgic with this one. So part of my rationale here is last year Liverpool played Villa, Real Madrid, Man City in that order and went victory, victory, victory. We're 2/3 of the way through that exact same process. The only difference is I think this game was a home game for Liverpool. I think Man City Haaland is in the form of his life, which is nuts when you consider the record he's already broken.
Working. The boy's working.
The problem is, and this sounds mental to say, but Man City are a one-team man at the minute. Like in the
Hey, Lucky
biggest.
Foden's
How
picking
many
up
goals has
his.
he got? Like one. He's got one game. Okay,
You
fine.
see
He's
him
got.
against
He's playing better than
Dortmund.
he has done. Definitely, I agree. But I think a lot of beating Man
First, is going to be
City
sat over his
is
notepad.
Haaland. And I think Man City are susceptible to the counter. I think Liverpool have a reasonable record against them, as they should. Slot never shies away from any big game, so we'll go for it. If there's
We'll go
anything I'm
4-2 if we have
confident,
to.
this won't be a draw, is the only thing I'll say, because it doesn't seem to be Slot's style to go out and not lose. He plays to win, and unfortunately, that doesn't always work. As proven this season, that's how the cookie crumbles. But Liverpool to win, and I think it will be a really good game because I think it will be one of those. It won't be one of those neither team wants to lose. It'll be one of those old-fashioned heavyweight boxing fights where both teams are just slugging each other, trying to land that knockout blow, but the other one's taking the punches and landing their own. I think this season, this is going to be a belter. Chris, who are you going for?
Haaland to 2 bits. Foden magic. I I think this is one of those games where Haaland's targeted this year to finally exercise his demons.
Do it against the
And
big
the
clubs.
way he's been playing, he's almost been playing angry. And I think Pep sort of let him off the leash a bit more to basically say to him, look, I know you can score me goals, but you can also run around now. I will let you do that.
A
You
bit
don't
less
have to stay
robotic.
there. Yeah. And I think that will kind of free him up from the Van Dijk stronghold that he's been in the past. So,
Last year he targeted Kanate and still, if I remember correctly, didn't
and
do
by the way,
anything.
if you don't play Robbo and
Bradley.
at fullback and Kirkez or Frimpong come near that, I think that's a grave
Well,
mistake.
Frimpong's injured, so there's no
That's all
there's
right.
no worries
That's
there. The option would be
50% safer.
Soboslai. It would be whether we put Soboslai there, but I agree. I think if Bradley's recovered enough from Tuesday, he should absolutely be starting.
Yeah.
And I think the same for Robertson. I think buying Kirkez is the right thing to do. And I think if you look at last year, Robertson didn't have his best year. I think this year Robertson's coming back up. In the opportunities he's been given, he's playing better football.
You're seeing
And
the
we're
class
better.
difference between him and Kirkez coming from
And I think,
Bournemouth
well,
to Liverpool.
I think it's also to do with Van Dijk. I think you could see it in the week that Van Dijk is so comfortable with where Robertson will be all the time that he doesn't even think about it. If he's got the ball, he knows that pass is always available because he knows exactly where Robbo's going to be. Whereas and on and off the ball, he knows that Robertson knows what to do. He trusts Robertson. He's built that
Yeah.
relationship. I think that's still learning for Kirkes, and you can see it in games. There'll be times where he's pushing Kirkes up or he's pulling Kirkes back, and you can see that Kirkes is learning what his responsibilities are for Liverpool that Robertson already knows. So, what I would like to see, and I'm happy that Slot bought a new left back. Let's be honest, the best left back of last season. We bought him, and it hasn't worked immediately. So let's get the old guard back in. Let's get comfortable and stable, and let Kirkes have this year where he beds in nice and slowly, plays the cup games, plays at the end of the game when we want to rest some legs or whatever. And then next year, he's got a year under his belt. He's more experienced. We've got to remember, Kirkes is what, 21, 22. So giving him a year is fine. So, yeah, no issues, mate. I agree with you. I agree. The fullback should be the ones that played brilliantly against Real Madrid.
I'm hoping it's one of those games where it leads up to the bill.
Anyway, now that the traitor has spoken, where's Forest? I want to go for a Forest win. And a Derby win.
Absolute
And a
scumbag.
Coventry win. And any
Oh,
other
mate,
Norwich
team in
Coventry
the
are
Midlands.
14, mate.
A Norwich win this weekend, that would be good.
Oh, is that
If Norwich are at home, they won't win.
Norwich are at home.
Darren, Man City, Liverpool. You get the draw, which I guess you're partly happy with. It's not the end of the world if it's a draw.
Yeah, and I didn't have to decide where I was going, so
He'll take it.
I'll take it.
Chris, would you have gone Man City if Liverpool was available?
Would I have got Man City if Liverpool were there? Probably.
Did you see the Real Madrid game?
Yeah.
Like Liverpool defended.
Did you
It
see
was
the Dortmund
wild.
game?
No, because
No.
I was watching the Liverpool game. I think there's a pretty strong argument that Real Madrid are better.
Real Madrid have typically been awful at Anfield in many seasons, so
How many opportunities did Mbappe, the best player in the world, if you ignore the stupid Ballon d'Or, and Vinny get?
I agree.
Barely anyway.
I agree.
We've learned how to defend again. We've gone back to basics.
Oh God, you played one game.
Oh, I think you find we've won 2 in a row. I can cut my hair soon. I am the live bird.
Well, stop talking. This video is meant to be short.
Yeah, it is. All right. Well, there you go. Which one are you most confident on, boys? Which is the game that you think that's dead on?
Man City, Liverpool.
You can't say Chelsea. That's an ass.
No.
I am most confident on Palace.
On West Ham Burnley being a draw, that's the one I'm most confident on. Right, that's the video. Peace.
Stop.
Bye.